Hello and welcome to Tavern 53 Tavern Talk. Tonight, joining me live from his backyard, Greg Rushlow, the Bob Ross of barbecue.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Greg. How are you? Always a pleasure to have you with us, sir.
Thank you for having me again.
I know we tried to join you. I tried to join you on the weekend there, and there was technical issues, and I think I figured out what we did wrong on my end. You'd sent the message through, and I didn't see it where it came up on Messenger.
Yes.
And I didn't see it there.
Apparently, you have to use email.
Yeah, I didn't see it there. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's what I was doing wrong. Yeah.
But now we know.
Well, if you don't go on as often, you forget all these little procedural things.
Exactly. Before we go too far, what I want to do, Greg, is if you give me a moment here, I just want to get up on my soapbox sort of thing for 2 seconds if I can, or a minute or so. Monday, over the last few days there, it's been pre-vote. You can go and for the federal election here in Canada, you can go and cast your vote early, and a lot of people did. They said it was like 7.5 million people went and pre-voted, which is good, very nice. Monday is the day to go and vote, and please get out there if you're going to go. If you haven't, please get out there and vote. If not, I don't want to hear anybody complaining. If you didn't get out there and vote, I don't want to hear you cry about what's going on or congratulate everybody for what's going on. You just get to sit back and say nothing. And secondly, this is not so much a soapbox. I just want a PSA, public service announcement, because I noticed it this morning when I was driving into work. I stopped at a stoplight and I looked over to my left, and there was a gentleman watching a movie on his phone while we're at a stoplight. And I'm like, put the damn phone down. That's it. That's my public service announcement. Sorry, I'm off my soapbox. Let's get back on it here now, Greg.
All right.
Tonight, we're going to talk about concerts, ones that we've gone and seen, our favorite ones that we've seen, the ones that you wish you regret you seen, and ones that you wish you could have gone and seen, but they're not performing anymore. Greg, we'll start with you.
The most recent one was Big Wreck, and I'm telling you, that guy's phenomenal. Guitar player. I'm just surprised he doesn't have more following. Wow. It was just one of the best concerts I've seen in a long time. Nice. And yeah, gosh, there's been a few there in the recent past. BTO, Bachman. Now just a Canadian legend. And the stories behind each song before he performed it was so entertaining. Yeah. And of course, the song itself just brought back tons of memories from years ago.
For sure. I know. Well, we went as a group.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, I don't know if I necessarily have to know any of this. And then once he got playing, she's like, I know this song. I know you know this song. That's great. That was a beautiful sound that you just got there. It's like, what are we drinking tonight, by the way?
We got the White Bronco from Sandwich Brewing Company.
Nice. Looks clean. Looks good.
Just a nice beer sip on here.
Yeah.
Got to have something nice when we're on the Tavern 53 talk here.
Yeah. Enjoy. Yeah, BTO, no, for sure. Like that was one of the top 10 for sure.
Another rather recent one was Bush, and I really liked the effects, like the laser show behind a performance, and that was a good concert as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And my brother and I braved Biohazard.
Oh wow.
And Megadeth.
Yeah. No, yeah. That was.
To tell you the truth, I really enjoyed Biohazard. I knew none of their music going into this, but I really enjoyed the concert, to tell you the truth.
Cool. Good. Nice.
And I'm sure you ran into that as well, where you go to a concert and maybe one of the acts is someone you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Or, maybe you didn't hear of them until you hear the music.
Yeah.
One of those was we went to see Moist was playing, and I couldn't think of who Moist was.
Yeah.
And then when the songs came on, that concert was phenomenal.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. And I when you're saying concerts like that, like the ones that you never heard of before, and it was like sorry about that.
It's all right.
Answering a text here from a fan. KF and KD, shout out to you.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm getting to know them.
Yes. They ask where if you're going to be on between you and the professor. Is
Nice.
Greg going to be on? Is the professor going to be on? Well, speaking of the professor, he's on special assignment. He's testing out some new pharmaceutical prescribed SPF super high end sunblock right now, and it didn't really work for him. It was a trial period thing. I think in what would you say, Greg, earlier? He had
he had the placebo. He was in the placebo group.
Yeah, it didn't work. I think he's like now bacony, kind of crisp up around the edges. Yeah, I remember going and seeing one of the first concerts going and seeing was Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, they did.
I'd seen that, and that was, I want to say, and I'm going to age myself here, but I don't care. That was right around 88. It was before they really broke out, 88, 89.
Yeah.
And there was a bar here in town. They had their sign out front, Friday night, Bare Naked Ladies. You've got 19 and 20-year-old guys going, oh my God, what? We got to see this. We got to be there. You're not a band. They're going to have strippers. Oh my God. We got there. And it was like, we're there at like 7 o'clock. The bartender, the owner, he's laughing. He knew what was going on. But we had no idea. And we're having a couple of drinks and we're had some food and we're waiting. Well, then they start arriving. They get setting up the band. We're like, shit. They're going to have these girls are going to have a band. Oh man, what's this, like a burlesque show or something like that? Well, they start tuning up and it's like, then we find out their name is Bare Naked Ladies. And I'm like, you kidding me? And once they got going, it was great. We had a great time with them, and they were really good. Like they had a few of their own original songs, but they played a lot of other songs. Like they just had a great. They were really good. They were really good, and we enjoyed it. We had a great time. So that was like one of the first ones, and like again, it totally surprised me. I was taken off because I wasn't expecting it, and then all of a sudden, these guys, yeah, they were really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they're really big back in the day. In the 90s, probably just huge. Like,
well, that's when they got on to what it was, the Speaker's Corner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that show.
Jammed in that little cubby thing, and they did their whatever song they did. I can't even remember what it was. It doesn't matter. And then that's when somebody signed them to do an album. And then next thing you know, it was like DJ at the bar, new DJ from a local radio station. Hey, can you give these guys? Yeah, they can perform there. It didn't cost them anything.
Yeah,
you didn't have to pay them, but I think they might have slipped them some money. But
wow,
yeah, it was good.
Look where we're at with the internet now.
No, I know exactly.
Think of that show, Speaker's Corner. You're
exactly, yeah.
2 minutes of fame, eh? You know.
Yeah, and it was again. That was an early form of this. Keep your mind, get it out there, do what you want.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Other concerts, like because of that, we've seen other concerts throughout the years. Like we got tickets to go and see the Cars. You know, that's empty, Greg. That's empty. You know what you got to do?
We know.
You know what you got to do.
Just happen to have that.
Hold on, folks. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if we can- Yay! Yes. And that's why we wait for that beer to finish. I
I could have timed that better for you.
that was all good. I didn't know what I was going to do at first either. Yeah, it's in the cars and
Oh yeah, the
musically,
cars, they were big. Yeah.
musically, concert, everything. It was great, but they were like, it was like watching cardboard cutouts. They didn't move around the stage. It was a very boring concert that way, but it was like musically, they were good. We knew all the songs because it was popular and it was on the radio and everything like that. And again, yeah, no, it was a good concert, but it was a boring concert.
You know who I wish I would have seen years ago was the Who. They came around a couple times.
Yeah.
And yeah, they, to me, that's just the most classic rock.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
Like cutting edge, you know.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, like that was like Pinball Wizard. Like you,
Oh,
every time I hear that, I can just sing along with it.
Bubba O'Reilly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. And I guess at the opposite end of the spectrum, the Monkees, they would be fun.
That would have been a different. Like I remember, there was a venue nearby. One that I think we've gone to together.
Mm-hmm.
Concerts there. They used to have a little music hall inside, and Davy Jones, when he was doing a tour on his own, he had
Yep.
performed there on stage. He didn't. Like, again, there was like maybe 300 people could go and see him, but he would perform like 5 times a night. And he
cool.
performed there. And again, couldn't really move around all that much because again, he wasn't young anymore.
Right.
But he could still sing. He could still sing. He was still pretty vocal. He was like it reminded me of like a Joe Cocker. Like again, not gonna jump around on the stage, but can still get the tune at the end.
Got some talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And again, not tall. He was a tiny little fellow, I guess. That's not a problem. There's a lot of tiny little.
What do you think, Nickelback? People just hate them.
You know
but
what?
I think they're just phenomenal in concert.
Yeah. Like, what was that? We'd gone to see there at our venue there. They were tied in with Nickelback. I'm trying to remember who the heck it was. Nickelback had found them.
Oh, really?
Come on, guys, you guys are good. And they kind of got them up on stage, and it'll come to me later who it was that we had seen, and it was actually a good concert, and they were pretty decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they were like, it was like I was surprised that they got playing. I was like, I didn't know they played that. I didn't know they played that. It was like, yeah, it was pretty good concerts. But yeah, no, like the Who, yeah, no, that would have been really good to go and see back in the day.
Yeah, we're lucky we got a concert venue not too far, you know.
Yep.
Right here in the city.
Yep, no, for sure, yeah.
My brother and I see a lot of concerts there.
Yeah, no, it's always good. Again, it's the sound is good. Maybe not this visual all the time. But if you have a big screen, you can go and watch it there. It's like I guess it'd be like being at
who we went to an '80s one, Honeymoon Suite.
Yeah.
Men Without Hats.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, bring back a lot of memories. Yeah. Watching this. That was a good one.
Now, you're from the area, the same area. I'm sure you remember there was a bar. I don't think it's even open anymore, but it used to be called California's.
California's, yes.
And you could go there, and there was you wouldn't know who you're going to see up on stage.
Yeah.
Like, I can remember seeing Jeff Healey there, Supertramp.
Yep. Yeah.
Styx performed there. It was all kinds. Like it was.
But remember back then, because you mentioned you went to see Bare Naked Ladies, and it was like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
We used to make a night of it.
Oh yeah.
Going to the bar.
Yeah.
It's so different today. You know, kids don't get out till midnight now.
Yeah. No, I'm
No, we used to 7 o'clock. We're at the bar,
yeah, I'm
and we'd close it.
yeah. And it's now it's like midnight. I'm already 3 hours into sleep and look, looking over at the alarm clock. Shut up, you.
Yeah,
I know that like that again. No, you're absolutely correct. Like we'd be there for 7, grab a bite to eat, start drinking, band get
it's
on.
California. So yeah, there was a lot of bands back then because people went to bars.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, there was the Lion's Head,
yeah.
California. Even
California
the Dominion House had.
Canadian Tavern,
Well, Dominion House still has entertainment. Yeah,
Canadian Tavern, like Hurricanes.
Canadian Tavern. Yeah, Hurricanes. Yeah,
Um, the it'll come to me later.
but downtown there's the Honest Lawyer.
Yeah,
You know, there was a few bars you could just walk from bar to bar. You know,
Bentley's.
oh Bentley's, yes, yeah,
I remember the girls dancing up on the
yeah,
bar.
more of a dance thing bar there. I remember that. Yeah,
Like that was just again, it was good music. You enjoyed it, and it had a good time. I know I
yeah,
used to like that. Like I said,
yeah. Now it's just the bars are fewer, farther between.
not
They don't open till late at night.
Yeah.
There's a lot of riffraff in the streets. You know,
Oh, yeah,
um,
same.
yeah, it's a different time now. You know,
I wish I would have seen him in concert, Meatloaf. Not
but
just
there,
not just because I enjoy the meal, but I think I would have loved to have seen Bat Out of Hell live.
yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, there was more opportunities for independent artists to really grow their talent.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and it's in a way, it's kind of a shame that doesn't happen today so much. You know,
yeah, yeah. Like it's they want instant gratification for their they'll do like their music, they'll do a video, and if it doesn't go platinum, then I'm never gonna nobody loves me, I'm never gonna do this again.
but
Okay.
there are some phenomenal artists that probably nobody knows. Independent artists here in the city
Yep.
that are just phenomenal.
Yeah. So there's like, you can hit a bar or even yeah, bars and you can still see them performing
A lot of the
sometimes.
breweries and stuff. Well, a lot of the breweries has some live music on the weekends.
Yep.
And yeah, that's one of the reasons my lovely wife and I would get out, go see
Yep.
some live music on the weekends. You know.
Yep. No, again, like I have no problem. Like I know after about hopefully several months from now when I get all better, I'm all healed up and everything like that. I'm planning on going out to the bars again and going, not necessarily going and getting have to call an Uber to drive me home because I'm too wasted, but I want to get out
Right.
to the bar. I want to go and have a couple of drinks, listen to some live music again, and
There's something that just takes you back. You know.
again, like bar bands, and then you get the real band. Well, not to say that bar band isn't a real band, but real like bigger bands, like um, KD and KF are just saying they saw Twisted Sister at the Ottawa Tavern.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Back
so
in the day,
that
I did.
yeah,
Yeah,
going to see Cousin D.
they were just. I remember them back. That was shocking to me.
Yeah,
Just- But that's how bands were back then.
no, you had Shock Factory. Well,
Yeah,
Alice Cooper,
it was about the music and the stage show.
yeah, Alice Cooper, Kiss, like
Yeah,
all those guys. Like it's just like what was the oh my god, like get your attention, and then everybody was on it. Like
right.
I know the professor who is probably in the middle of burning right now, still sun tanning. One of his favorite bands to go and see, and he's seen them several times, was Rush.
Yes,
And
he's mentioned that to me.
that's another band
Phenomenal,
that
just
love-
phenomenal. Yeah,
I think that would have been a good concert to go and see. I unfortunately never got a chance to go and see him, but yeah, no, that would have been a good one.
I've never seen him either, but man, what a following they had. What talent, you know.
I think we still do.
Oh, you know who? Good Canadian band. No, I can't think of it.
Triumph.
No, the guy just passed away. The lead singer. Downey, Gordy Downey.
Oh, Tragically Hip.
Tragically Hip. Man,
Yeah, yeah.
saw them in concert one time.
Very. That was like one of those very local. Like they weren't worldwide. Like, but they
Right.
were very Canadian. Like calling Canadian local. Like it was very Canadian. Like, if you were down in New Orleans, they probably didn't know, or Texas, they had no idea who they were probably. But
if they heard of them and they heard that voice, they
Yeah.
know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was very distinguishable.
Yeah.
You know, the
not
style.
not all of his songs like were like, that's great. Some were like, oh, okay. Others were like, yeah, no, that's good.
I love this, the way he would tell a story in a song.
Yeah.
And it's like, what did he just say?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I remember seeing, again, I said Jeff Healey. I remember seeing him at the California's, but I had worked the one year. There was the Blues Fest in Windsor, and I worked the beer tent, and Jeff Healey was performing, and it was after everything was done, everybody was cleared out, and everything like that. Got to meet him. Very, very down to earth, very nice guy.
Oh, really?
Like, again, like it's just like simple, very, very genuine. Like he was glad that people wanted to come and see him perform.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like he was just glad, and I thought that was nice. I really enjoyed seeing him.
Yeah. Was it? I want to say wasn't he in Roadhouse?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That they were throwing the beer bottles while he was trying to play.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. That goes back.
There's a different, yeah. Now we're aging ourselves, but that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that was a good. Yeah, that was. You know, I remember that was good. Like again, and you. I don't know about you, but it was like you always wanted to go and find a bar like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
with the chicken wire.
Yeah. Around the band, around the DJ or whatever. It's like,
oh yeah,
you protect them. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, no, it was good concerts like that. Like I said, now there's I don't know if it's a little known secret, but you've heard the song live, the live version of Cheap Trick, "I Want You to Want Me."
Yeah.
Now, if you listen really carefully up at the beginning of it, all the crowd screaming, KF, our good follower KF, is one of those girls screaming up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was
that is cool.
Yeah, she was a follower. She followed Cheap Trick, and she followed White Snake. She was a White Snake roadie. She had the jacket, and she a lot of stories about that. I can't really get into. Like I was told
That's pretty cool, though.
Again, it's Wheatley thing, you know. So.
Oh, it's a different era back then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, like I said, like next time you hear that song, you just listen at the beginning and screaming, and you know you'll hear one of the screams up at the front. KF is screaming there. So yeah, no, that was pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But of all the concerts that you've seen, your favorite, and you would go and see them again, or him, or there, or whoever.
You know what, Randy Bachman? Like that was kind of a surprise. To tell you the truth, it kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked the stories, and the music just brought me right back. And even at his age, man, can he play guitar?
Yeah.
Like the performance was phenomenal. You know, and sometimes I've seen bands come back after so many years, and you could tell in their voice they don't have the same strength, and you know.
Yeah. No, but he was. Yeah. No,
I'm telling you, it was just like going back to many years ago. Like it was phenomenal. And plus, he had a son there to really back him up.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, no, he didn't run around the stage or anything like that. But no, he had to sit to do a lot of the.
I believe he was like 81 or something.
Yeah, no,
and wow, can he play guitar?
Yeah, no, again, I never seen him play guitar before, and watching him play, like he's doing a jam on the guitar with drumsticks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Say, watch this little trick.
yeah, and okay,
Like, man,
yeah, no, perfect. Yeah, thank you.
yeah, that was
Thank you. Yeah.
that one for sure. Uh, Big Wreck. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like if you ever get a chance to see, like if you into guitar,
Yeah.
this guy, it looks like he's a perfectionist when it comes to music,
Okay.
and he's as far as his style, he's out there. Like, man, it's so good.
Yeah.
You know, really enjoy his music.
Yeah. I'll have to keep an ear out for him.
Yeah.
Or keep an eye out for when they're touring or something.
Yeah. I like it because not too many people know it, and then when they see him play, it's like, man, this guy's really got something.
You seen that at a up in Toronto?
No, that was in Windsor here.
I was in Windsor.
Big Wreck, yeah.
Okay.
We did go to one in Toronto back in November. We saw Wolf Van Halen.
Wolfie. Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfie Van Halen.
Yeah.
For some reason, the band name slips my mind, but very talented. Like,
okay.
This kid is a kid.
Yeah.
Grown up.
Yeah.
He's so talented. And, but he was playing just before Creed.
Okay.
And man, he blew that concert. Like,
oh, nice. That's good.
I was really had high hopes for Creed.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, when Creed came on, Wolfgang Van Halen was the show.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was honestly looking forward to seeing Creed, and it just wasn't there.
Nice. Oh wow. Yeah.
But,
like I know for me, Alice Cooper, hands down, the best. I've seen him several times, and I could go and see him several more times.
Yeah.
And you're not really going for the music. You're going for the show.
Yeah.
He's
a performer. Yeah.
It's on a show like a friend of mine who's no longer with us. He passed away several years back. He was a huge fan of Alice Cooper, and a friend of ours, a friend of his and mine, works at a golf course, and Alice Cooper is an avid golfer, and he was at the golf course, which he happens to be on the stock. He's on the one of the board of directors. And they were there for a meeting, and he had the one friend that works there and said, "Listen, can you give him a call and talk to him for a few minutes?" Yeah, sure, no problem. So they call him. Well, this was in the early days of the internet, so it was on dial-up, and my buddy Ron was online, and it was dial-up, so he couldn't get through. It automatically went to the answering machine, and he left a message on Ron's answering machine. Ron, your telephone's ringing, but you're not answering. Come on. I'll get back to you later, and just kind of left it at that. Well, continuing on with the Alice Cooper story, one of the waitresses at the golf course comes over to him, talking to him, to Alice Cooper, and said, "Oh, I really love you. I've followed you. I enjoy your music and everything like that." He goes, "Oh, great." He goes, "Did you want an autograph?" She goes, "Yeah. I loved you in Kiss."
No.
He kind of looked at her and he goes, "Honey, I made Kiss." And yeah, no, you know what? He's probably very instrumental in getting a lot of those bands going back then. Like it was like none of them would have had the face makeup or the theatrics like that he kind of got going with and got it
Right.
more.
There was the shock factor back then.
Yeah,
I remember Ozzy Osbourne. It's like he bit the head off a bat. Like, and come to find out later, all these stories were just so embellished.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he just went with it. People.
That's how an urban. That's how it develops. Everybody wants to.
Yeah.
We'll go to your concert. Did he do that? Is he going to do it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a shout out here from our good friend Trumpet Master saying,
Trumpet Master. There we go.
Glad to have you. Yes. Cheers to you, my friend. Yes, we're talking concerts and Greg. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we're just talking concerts, and one thing I can say, I remember we went to when we used to go to the concerts over in Detroit, Harpo's,
Harpo's. Yeah.
Kobo, or anything like that, and we went to we'd come back and we'd go and get something to eat. We'd always go to Huskies
Huskies.
over on Provincial and 401 there, truck stop.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about someplace in Detroit.
No,
We used to go to Mexican Town.
Yeah, yeah. We'd want to hit over there, and we'd go and get again. We were getting, and then you'd get a burger. You couldn't hear because it was so loud.
Exactly.
Right in the concert, but then you went and had this greasy trucker burger and the most horrible fries that you could probably ever want. But it was you ate the whole thing and you loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
A burger like that, like
we used to hit. There was a place on Huron Line where you get breakfast, a hotel there.
Yeah, no, I remember what.
But anyway, I remember getting breakfast like
Golden
after
Griddle.
last call.
Golden Griddle.
The Golden Griddle. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it would be packed with people who left the bar.
Yep, and left or been at a concert or whatever and gone over. Yeah.
Different times, eh?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can remember going. You said Golden Griddle. You said brought that up. My God, the memory just flashed there. I seen Andre the Giant there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was one massive man, like that. That it was huge. He was a huge head, huge man. Like, nobody bothered him because you're there.
Well, yeah.
And we're not going to go over there. Yeah, no, it's just like we'd seen him, like we're across the bar or across the restaurant. And you're like, oh my God, that's Andre the Giant. Like that was.
Speaking of Andre the Giant, Trumpet Master's probably got one of those Hulk Hogan beers,
Ah, yes, we talked about it the one night. I think.
Yes, he's had it a couple times on his show, on his live stream.
Yeah. Again, that's. I don't know if it'll ever be over here. Probably not.
No.
But, that would be an interesting beer to try. I think.
Yes. For namesake,
Yeah, exactly. It would be like what was it back in the
Andre the Giant would have had like 40 beers.
Oh, what was that back in the 70s? Billy Beer. It was
Billy Beer, yes.
Jimmy Carter's
brother. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Never had any of it, but I
no, but
beer, yeah.
I was too young for that. Well, you probably were too, but yeah, I remember it though.
Yeah.
They couldn't rip on Jimmy Carter so much, so they went after his brother.
Trumpet Master saying yes. He's got about 6 of them.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Drinking tea. He's under the weather right now. Well, I hope you're feeling better, friend.
Yes. Yeah.
I understand. I'm there with you. I haven't. It's been a couple of months. I haven't really been feeling all that good, but yeah, no, we got to get back to the good, feeling good, and get back. I want to. Because again, we got something we got to really get at. We got to get the spam challenge. I got to get 500 followers. I can get 500 followers. I'm going to Greg Rushlow's, and he's got all those barbecues out there. He's got like 17 of them now, I think. And we're gonna cook up a bunch of different ways of. We've come up with a bunch of different ways of cooking up spam, and we're gonna. Well, I'm definitely gonna eat it. I don't know about these guys; they're gonna probably eat a steak in front of me, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, but we'll watch you eat the spam as we're enjoying our steak.
Appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, because it was funny because Cross and I were talking about it today. You've heard of scotched eggs?
Yep.
It's spam around the scotch, around the hard-boiled egg.
Okay, yeah.
Then bread it and then deep fry that.
I see where he's going. Yeah.
I think that would work good.
Yeah.
Here's some good ones from Trumpet Master. He's in spam burger, spam fries, spaghetti. Yeah.
You know what we should do? We'll get a few guys together from the tavern here. Yep. Come on by.
Yep.
We'll just put the thing on live and say, okay, what do you guys want us to cook with this?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. I'm all for that. Yeah. Like I said, once I get feeling better, that's one of we'll get that all together. We'll have a nice afternoon or evening or whatever. Just go live and watch the corn dog spam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
had a few recipes we've talked about there.
And notice how it went again, Greg. We were talking about concerts. Now we're talking about
It
food.
always goes to spam.
Food. Back to food and beer. Yes. Enjoy it.
There we go.
Well, my friend, with that, I'm going to go here and I'm going to see about giving you a drink here, pour you a drink. Thank you for attending the tavern here. Where are we at here? Pour you a drink. Thank you for attending. And
Thank you.
with that being said, tavern is closed. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.